Okay, you have. All right, let's go to where Eric and I have had the feud all weekend long via Twitter. I think that Eric, you are concentrating on the wrong thing vis-a-vis Benghazi. You are concentrating on what the president could have done as commander-in-chief to save those lives in distress. And my position is that the highest-ranking military officials in this country have said they could do nothing to save those people in distress, and yet you persist in a narrative that I think is a false narrative, and I think that by concentrating on the wrong angle in Benghazi, you're diminishing the really important story, the cover-up, and the lack of security.
And see, I see it the exact opposite way, and confirmed, over the weekend I hosted Sean Smith's mother, Patricia Smith, and I asked her the same questions. I said, here's the way I see it, Mrs. Smith, tell me if I'm wrong. There are two questions. Who gave the stand-down order? Because 2 Americans were killed 7 hours after the first 2 were killed. Therefore, in between those 2 times the stand-down order was given, there may have been a chance, underline may, have been a chance to save 2 more Americans. Or is it the question of who pushed the YouTube video when they all knew very well it wasn't a YouTube video? She said both questions are important, but for me the same. Again, the stand-down matters because, look at it this way, Geraldo. For 237 years, the motto, the U.S. Marine, forget Marines, how about U.S. Armed Force motto is no one left behind. Leave no one behind. Leave no one under fire wanting or wondering if America was going to come back and help them. That's what Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and the administration did on September 11th of 2012. They left more Americans to die because they said, stand down, don't go help, and that is a problem.
Governor Elliott Spitzer, you've just heard Eric Bolling make an inflammatory statement alleging the worst kind of conduct by the president and the secretary. Your comment?
It's not alleging, it's what happened.
Eric, wait, let me just speak.
There's nothing alleged about that, Geraldo. Can you just clear that up? That's exactly what happened.
I'll let the governor respond.
Geraldo is exactly right. You're alleging that he failed to act when he could have or should have. There's not ambiguity about the deaths and the tragedy, but what you're alleging is an intentional failure to intervene when they had the opportunity to do so. And there has not been a shred of evidence to that effect. And I think, more importantly, there's been an overwhelming...
Did I say that, both of you?
Eric,
you guys are both putting words in my mouth. I said someone gave a stand-down order, which is fact, and 2 Americans died.
Where do you get that from? Anyway, Eric, where do you get the stand-down order? What movie are you watching?
What are you talking about?
What movie are you watching? What stand-down order?
The stand-down order that was told to Gregory Hicks, who testified in front of Congress, who said...
About the 4 special operators in Tripoli. 4 people. 4 guys.
No,
not to get on the plane.
There was a group of people in Tripoli, 4 special operators. There's also a Navy SEAL team near Tripoli. There's also availability.
Every one of these units has been shown could not have reached it in time.
There were drones in the air. One of them may have been
You're making the president look like a damn murderer, Eric, and it's so irresponsible. And you are feeding these survivors of these victims with this false narrative, so they hate the president, and they accuse the president of being a murderer based on false reporting. It's outrageous.
Don't put words into my mouth yet again. Here's exactly what I said.
Eric,
here are the facts. Hold on.
All right, the governor will respond. I'm going to shut up.
Hold on. Here are the facts. At X time, 2 Americans were killed, Ambassador Stevens and Sean Smith. 7 hours later, 2 more Americans were killed. In between that time, there was a verbal stand-down order given to all available assets in the area. That's the fact. You can call them a murderer.
That's not true. You made that up just now. You made that up.
I made that up.
Eric,
have you watched the testimony? Have you listened? Have you read?
The only stand-down order was the 4 guys couldn't get on the plane. But Governor Spitzer, go ahead.
I just want to say, Eric, repetition doesn't give any credibility to your argument. You can say it louder.
You know what, you guys? I'm not doing this because these are the facts. You guys can look them up, and I'll talk to you about it next week.
Eric, did he hang up on us?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's too bad. But you know what? Here's the thing. Are we on?
Yes, we are.
I just want to say, with as much equanimity as I can, I couldn't agree more with you, Geraldo. They're turning this narrative into one of almost alleging irresponsibility and treason on the part of a president who was given the best advice by his military commanders. We should now be looking at this for the tragedy that it was, which is why the security failed, and what are the issues about how we understand it. But to allege that this president didn't do everything possible to save American lives is irresponsible.
You know what the problem was, Governor